Right, this is about the 8th time I've tried to record this, and it's gone wrong pretty much every time. So I play guitar. I like Shadows, Hank Marvin, blues, AC/DC, all sorts of stuff. A couple of things I like to do is remove the vocals or play over tracks where the vocal's been removed, like Hank Marvin would do, and play the vocal part on the guitar. So that's one thing. The other thing it's nice to do is play over perhaps AC/DC, but other than buying one of the CDs where the tracks have been attempted to be recreated but without various parts, and then you play that part, there's not really any other options for doing that with the guitar track removed. So recently came across a Python program called D-mux, and this will split any particular track into bass, drums, vocals and guitars. Now that can be used to good effect on certain songs, so we're going to have a little look at that today. I've chosen two songs. One I've already tested, and that's Bryan Adams' Run to You, and I wanted to remove the guitar track so I can play both parts. And we're also going to try removing the vocals on Sting's Fields of Gold, rather, so we can play the vocal part like Hank Marvin would. So what you're going to need to do is go to the link that I've included in the description. It's basically a GitHub page, and it's github.com/Facebook-research/Demucs, DEMUCS. As I say, I'll put the link in there. You can see it here. So a couple of things you're going to need to do first is make sure you are signed in to your Google Drive account, because you're going to upload the tracks to that. You don't have to, you can do it on the fly, but it's much quicker if you use your Google Drive. So this is the GitHub page, and if we scroll down, now you could say download the zip file and run it on the local machine, but in this case there's another option. One of the reasons I quit this yesterday is because the online option that we're going to run was really slow, whereas when I tried it before it worked really quickly. So I guess it was just the time of day. You can read all about this program. There's hundreds and hundreds of things that you can alter, and I have absolutely no idea about any of that because I don't need to at the moment. But if you scroll right the way down here, you can run it from Google Colab. Demucs on Google Colab. If you click on that link, you will go to this page, and you, as I say, if you are logged on to your Google Drive account like I am, it will look like this. First thing you're going to need to do is click on Connect, and this will allocate some resources on the Google servers, as you'll see in a second. So it's now connected, so you can see you've got some RAM, you've got some disk, and this is what you need to do first of all. So first of all, we have to install Demucs, and you literally just click on this play icon. So it's just running, as it says there, run the cell. The cell has not been executed in this session, so you can just click on that. You'll get this warning pop up and click run anyway. This is going to go through a whole list of things that will run this, have this program running on your Google server in the background. It will just do all of this. It will install various things, create various things, and eventually it will be done. And at the bottom here, it tells you that they were following packages were imported. You must restart the runtime in order to use the newly installed version. So you click on restart runtime, then yes. Then look up here, you'll see it reinitializing, and we're back to the RAM and disk and the green tick, so that is good. So now you link your Google Drive to this installation and we'll just click play. Log in again. Yes, we are. Blank this out, but anyway, log in, allow that, and you'll see here that eventually this will say it's mounted. Okay, so we are now mounted at /G drive. There are some options here that you can modify, but we're okay. We've uploaded an MP3, but here are the other ones that you could have uploaded. MP3 is what we want for the output, and the baud rate, the rate is 320. That is absolutely fine. So they are the two paths that you need to create on the drive. So you need a folder called Demucs, and you need one Demucs _ separated. Now if we go to our drive, created those two folders. So this will be for the output, the say 4 tracks that will be separated, and this is for your input song. And I have already uploaded Run to You, and we will go back to Demucs page. Okay, so there are other things that you can edit, useful functions, but we don't really need to do that. This is the one that's important. This is going to run the song, separate it out, and this was the bit that yesterday took for absolutely ages. As soon as you hit this, it's going to execute from this Demucs folder, and it will put the output into the Demucs separated. I had this yesterday as well, and I don't really understand why it did it. Because the name separate is not defined. Cancel that. I'm going to run it again. I really don't know why it's doing this, because it's perfectly okay. You can see the files here. I can't remember what I did yesterday that solved the problem. Very annoying. And then it just suddenly started working, but clearly it's not happy with something. So let's disconnect and delete and try again. I guess it's interesting to see these problems, and then we're going to reconnect. We're going to restart the runtime. And that's done there. We're going to link the drive. Definitely connecting to the right drive. That's mounted. Right. Try again. And it's still got the same problem. Why is that? I don't know why that is happening. drive already mounted. To attempt to call drive, actually, no problems here, have we? Did we not run that? Let's have a look. Right, let's add back in the folders. Demucs, we'll create that one. Okay, let's go back there, try again. Well, that is super annoying. Does it work perfectly yesterday? Now we've got the correct folders. We're just going to upload the song again. Actually, I'll upload both because we can process both. Okay, so there are the songs, MP3s. Everything seems to be alright. Oops. Okay, now it's working properly. You can see what it is up to here. I have absolutely no idea why that's done that a few times. So basically it's going to the Demucs folder and it's found 2 songs and it's going to convert both songs into 4 tracks each. This is much quicker than it was yesterday. This is exactly how it was when I first tried it. Yesterday this took about 10 minutes per 160 meg file. So now it's going to be doing the tracks and you can see that it's going to be putting them in the Demucs separated and then MDX extra, that's where they are going to be stored. So we'll just let this do its thing. Now the other program you are going to need to make this easier, I mean there's various ways of doing it, but one of them is with the free of charge Audacity program. We will eventually import the 4 tracks of each song into this, and you'll obviously be able to mute individual tracks and things like that. So if we go back to the drive at the moment, if we quickly look in separated, you'll see this it's created a new folder, MDX extra, and it's currently working on Run to You, and it hasn't done anything yet, it's still working on it. It's getting there. You can always follow the progress here. If that's spinning and hasn't got a green tick next to it, it is working on the coding. Now I found that there are plenty of songs where this is not going to be suitable in its standard format. Now whether you can train it and alter things, I suspect you probably can, but I've got no idea how that is done. I wanted to try a couple of Gary Moore instrumentals and remove the lead guitar, but unfortunately one of them, it removed the lead guitar and the keyboard, which was super important to stay and not be removed, so I couldn't do that. There was another song as well, The Prophet, So just wanted the lead removed, but again proved to be impossible. So it's not going to work on everything, but there might be some songs that you can use it on. And yeah, I thought the results, hopefully you'll see in a minute, are pretty impressive actually. We'll show you that in a minute. I probably can only show short segments of the finished files because there'll be all sorts of copyright issues, and I won't be able to monetize this YouTube video. Not that we get much from monetization. There's a few people that watch my videos, unfortunately, but every video I do brings in a few pence each month. So it's separating the Fields of Gold track first. Actually, I should have looked in the other folder. So if we go to separated, extra, Fields of Gold, you'll see those four. Oh no, it still hasn't done it. Still working on it. So we're just going to have to let it go. It's a very, very clever program. I wish I'd known about this years ago. How old it actually is. I suppose there's any dates on here. As you can see, they're already on the third release, so it's probably available for years. Well, maybe not. 2020, so maybe this is not as old as I think. Anyway, how are we doing here? Now you see at the bottom it says 5 minutes completed, and there's a tick there, so hopefully if we go back to these files now, they'll actually be there. There we go. So what we can do now is go back to Audacity, and we'll go up to File, and what you want to do here is not open files, otherwise you're going to get 4 instances of Audacity running, one with each track. You actually want to import them. So it's import audio. Go to where I put them now. Here we go. Songs. They're not there. Oh, hang on a second. I've downloaded them. Have I? What an idiot. So select all 4, right click and download. That will zip them up here and it will download them. And that will take a couple of moments. There we go. It's now downloading them here. I might as well do the other one as well. Click, download, zip them up and download. Okay, so they're both downloaded, as you can see here. We will go to the folder and we will select both. And then go to songs, paste them in, and then we will unzip each one. Okay, so that is all the files unzipped, and if we go back to Audacity now, here we go. So we'll just pick the first unzipped thing, select all 4 files, and then yeah, just open, and that will import them one at a time into Demucs. So you can see we've got 4 tracks. Now if we hit play, okay, so we are just going to mute the track that says other. As you can hear, and there you go. And if you wanted to sing over it, you can just bring the tracks back in and mute the vocals. Let's try again. We go to where the vocals would be. And that works perfectly. So yeah, so that's Run to You. That works really, really well. Now if we open up, actually I wonder if we need to delete this first. How do we get rid of that lot? Okay, that's deleted all of the tracks. So if we go to import gain, and we'll go back up. Oh, so it's left the original blank tracks. But anyway, let's just play a bit of this. And then we'll mute the vocals. And this is the one that I would like to play over, like Hank Marvin would do. So let's just skip to here. That's where the singing would be. And that's it. It's perfect for my use. As I say, it won't work on every single song. You're going to have different results. But for me, that is absolutely ideal. And yeah, there we go. Hopefully that was useful. Sorry for the bit taking a bit too long at the beginning. I've absolutely no. I'm going to have to work out why that happens. And then suddenly it will be okay. But hopefully you get the idea. Anyway, I hope that was useful.